You will improve as a veteran if you play other classes for a while. No money from me, I'm playing on a console myself. 10 upvotes. Please play other classes too. It will make you a better veteran player and a better player in general. Yours respectfully, the Darktide community. -1 upvote. So, do you want me to explode their heads?
Nah, I got it. Wanna be a better veteran player, huh? Trying to get that sweet-ass title, or maybe even shooting for Exemplar. Looking to be a true survivor and feeling like a little kid. I bet you want the best veteran meta builds calculated, crunched, and crammed down to the exact statistical number. Well, this ain't that video, you carker. There are a ton of other cool videos I've watched on the newsphere doing that stuff. Nah, this is a video meant to be like the Imperial Infantryman's uplifting primer for new rejects joining the addicting slaughter for Atoma. If they haven't already clicked away from the video. This also is meant to be a refresher on the fundamentals for us older rejects still kicking from release day, with or without our silly beta helmets. And who exactly am I to tell you all this? I'm just a small-time voice actor diversifying my portfolio from the get-go by making videos of things I love. However, with over 600 confirmed hours on Veteran alone, never having once played another class because I'm simply not interested, having reached the true level of 330, and can finally play Damnation and Auric Maelstrom missions thanks to upgrading my machine spirit, I can definitely say I'm not the worst veteran player out there. I gotta be doing something decent. Either that or I failed my entire way up 330 levels while refusing to learn a single thing. And as the old Terran saying from the early second millennia goes, low-key the yunk in a young bros Ohio. Truly, the bright minds of humanity's golden age were wise beyond their years. Time to earn some rations. The Veteran class. Left side is all about shooting and marksmanship. This side is good at keeping a professional distance and racking headshots on headshots. Marksmen work best in the back of the strike team providing overwatch, and are likely to get ambushed by the heretics that spawn in from behind. Right side is about getting up close and personal. You're a trench fighter, and your determination to personally shank a heretic is admirable. Usually found in the front, giving the zealots a run for their dockets and plasteel, trench fighters are pretty agile carkers, if they know what they're doing. Middle side. You are the manager of the strike team. You're all about boosting your teammates and encouraging them to stay in coherency. You know, that little proximity effect that grants everyone buffs the more y'all stick together? Yeah, that's a game feature. Being a team leader of rejects ain't easy. But your job is to boost yourself and everyone to keep fighting.
Grenade!
Shredder frag grenade. Shrapnel. I love shrapnel. It's coarse, rough. It makes the heretics bleed everywhere. Great for dealing with swarms, and the blast radius is handy for clearing out some breathing room. Contrary to popular belief, it does a little bit of damage to armor enemies. Kinda. But hey, better to knock the enemy off a little and do a little bit of damage than nothing at all. Krak grenade. A funny little grenade packed with thermite to eviscerate armor and huge chunks of health. Just toss it and let it do its thing. Black armor? Carapace? Doesn't matter. It's all armor to me. Great for melting armored enemies. Not as great when dealing with hordes. Smoke grenade. I'll be honest, I don't use this one often. Not because it's useless, but because it requires a special know-how to actually use them properly. Veterans who run smoke grenades tend to know what they're doing. Or, at least I'm presuming they know what they're doing. Aura! Survivalists. Survivalist veterans know they love to mag dump, so they do it smarter in order to mag dump harder. The small infinite ammo glitch also applies to everyone in coherency, so more ammo for all if y'all stick together. Fire Team. A strike team's whole point is to do damage for the Inquisition, and a Fire Team veteran drives that point home. A 5% damage increase might not seem like much, but you gotta remember this applies to everyone in coherency. Imagine 4 deranged varlets of questionable backgrounds killing heretics by the droves, and then cranking that damage up even more.
That's a lot of damage.
Still not enough to convince you to stay in coherency with the team? Okay, close and kill. If everyone sticks together, we could all move and hit things faster. Eh? Eh? Stay in coherency, dummy. Executioner Stance. This ability allows you to see your targets, so you can shoot your targets. As a former machine gunner, I too like to see what I'm shooting at. And the more glowing things we kill, the longer the ability goes. I know we Executioner veterans are near extinct, Mr. Jebbles Jr., but no, I'm not going to breed and repopulate the species. I don't care how much Fat Shark ships the professional male veteran with the loner female psyker. We few Executioner veterans rather not risk the chance of any more transmittable diseases in a Nurgle-infested environment. Voice of Command. By the power of shouting really, really loud, you jump scare the enemy backwards. And by enemy, I mean just about every enemy. If you don't want to get swarmed, assert your dominance by shouting. Probably grab one of those nodes underneath. Infiltrate. You learn some of the basic classical literature teachings of Terra's ancient warrior, John Felix St. Anthonius Cena, and now the enemy cannot see you. Keystones. Marksman Focus. Precise weak spot damage that stacks. Focus target. You point out an enemy with the yellow light, turn to your fellow rejects, and offer a single spoon of your rations to the first who murders that heretic on the spot. The longer the enemy is highlighted in yellow, the more damage they take. Weapon Specialist. Killing with a gun makes you melee faster. And killing with melee makes your gun faster. There is also a 33% range crit chance increase, but honestly I just like making the slower gun shoot faster. And that is the basic rundown of the veteran class, until Fat Shark changes it in a few years. Obviously, there's a ton of intricacies in the veteran talent tree I didn't cover, but I'm just here to go over the basics. However you want to customize your talents to mesh with each other is all up to you, as long as it helps you kill and complete missions. Think of your veteran as a multi-tool knife, versatile, specialized when needed, and capable of prying open your strike team's rations after a mission. And that brings me to the final part of this guide. Just because you're called a reject, told to fight like a reject, and maybe even are a reject, doesn't mean you ought to act like one. This is a player versus environment game, which means teamwork makes the dream work. Especially so for veterans. If you see a heretic's head glowing and there's no immediate damage, let the psyker do their thing. If you see an Ogren using his big friendly rock, help the big man out. A zealot running around with only a single sliver of health for maximum martyrdom?
Keep an eye on them just in case. What? Just because I only play veteran doesn't mean I don't do my research on other classes. Always make sure to monitor your ally stats on the bottom left. Make sure those who need ammo get ammo, and those who need health get priority at the Medicaid station. Not working together as a strike team often leads to a mission wipe. There's only so far one reject skill can carry an entire team. Still, don't be a quitter and leave the game the moment you get downed. It happens. You're either not as skilled as you thought, or you just had some bad luck. You're downed and you end up getting captured. Oh well, boo-hoo. Just take a few moments to catch a breather, and give your teammates an awesome opportunity to clutch. Sometimes they don't clutch, but sometimes they do. You'll never know unless you stick around. I've seen just about every single class pull off a clutch, and I've seen missions where the AI director decides you're not allowed to have any more fun. And as you and your buddies lie there in the cold mire of the grim dark future, you're hit with the realization that there are only two options. 1. You log off Darktide, go about your day, and eventually end up going to sleep in your bed.
Or return to the Morning Star, gear up for a fragging exterminatus, and
Poop the cork and boot in!
and in the words of a wise servitor skull, be sure to have some fun.
Fucking shit team, L skill, actual rejects, trash players, meta dick riding inbreds, you all fucking suck. Uninstall, KYS, actually KYS.
Vote to kick.
Vote to kick.
You've posted cringe!
And reported.
Reported.
Thanks for buying the game and giving Fat Shark your money, dingus.